Radio News with News Team 7.
Reporting for News Team 7 and Ozark Radio News, I'm Clancy Talbert. As we enter the warmer parts of the year, much of the local wildlife has come back to wander out and about as nature demands. However, this also means that rabies will start to rise along with the local fauna. Rabies clinics are a very important way to look out for your very own furry companion. According to the National Foundation of Infectious Diseases, roughly 5,000 rabies cases are reported in the U.S. each year. Once clinical symptoms of rabies appears, it is nearly 100% fatal. Rabies is vaccine preventable, however, which drives home the importance of taking your pet to your local rabies clinic for their shots. Willow Springs and Mammoth Springs have announced one each. The one in Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, will take place this weekend, April 13th from 9 a.m. to noon in the Simmons Bank parking lot. The one in Willow Springs will happen at Booster Field on May 4th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. A Sunday collision between two vehicles has seriously injured two individuals, one local and one from New York State. This crash happened during the evening hours of Sunday, April 7th on Highway US 63 just near Brandsville. A 72-year-old Houston, Missouri man was driving a Ford van and crossed the roadway at roughly 8:15 p.m. They then struck a guardrail, returned to the roadway, and ended up striking a box truck head-on. Both vehicles were totaled. Both the Houston man, identified as Ronald Nelson, and the driver of the box truck, Sergo Vakarats, 55, of Brooklyn, New York, were seriously injured as a result. Vakarats had to be transported via air ambulance to Cox South in Springfield. Nelson was taken to Ozarks Healthcare in West Plains. 4 people have been injured and 3 of them have been inflicted with serious injuries after an overturned crash involving a UTV on a highway. This accident report has been released by the Missouri State Highway Patrol and details that the event took place on Highway AP, 2 miles south of Roby. On April 8th, at around 1:30 p.m., a Polaris being driven at a high rate of speed lost control and overturned. No one in the vehicle was wearing a safety device. Serious injuries include Emily Chipman, 21, and Nicholas Martin, 22, both of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and Teresa Chipman, 40, of Plato, Missouri. Air ambulance services were employed for the transport of Emily Chipman. The driver, Angelique Blaine, 56, of Success, Missouri, was inflicted with only moderate injuries and refused medical treatment. For more information on these stories and more, visit ozarkradionews.com. Thank you for tuning in. Drew will follow up with a look at sports. I'm Clancy Talbert. Have a great day.
CHC Home Center, right here, right now.
Who says you have to dread home improvement projects? CHC is here with advice and supplies to take the stress out of painting. They can mix any color paint you envision, so choose a room to get started and crank up the music. You are one paint job away from loving your space again. CHC is your source for home improvement, right here, right now.
CHC Home Center, right here, right now.
Thank you, Clancy, for that news update. Good morning. This is Drew Joyce with Ozark Radio News and News Team 7 for your sports. The Zizzers made it through one of their closest games so far this season. They beat Camdenton yesterday afternoon 6-5. Tank Sims came out and made sure Camdenton knew who he was with a homer and 3 hits in 3 at-bats. Tied in the bottom of the 6th, Peyton Cooper cranked a triple with a single RBI to take the lead. The Zizzers will be at Central this Thursday, and their next home game will be the 16th versus Kickapoo. The Missouri State Grizzlies softball team will be on the road tomorrow to take on the Moberly Greyhounds. This will be their first time playing MAC this year, and after a couple losses to State Fair this past weekend, they're looking for some wins. The girls are 25-11 for the season. And in national sports, the Cardinals beat the Phillies last night 3-0. Nolan Gorman started the scoring for the Cardinals with a home run in the bottom of the 4th, with 2 runs batted in during the 5th inning. The Cards play again today at 12:15. You can catch that on KUKU 100.3 and KWPM 1450 or 105.1. For more sports, run over to ozarkradionews.com/sports, but stay dialed in. Next, we'll have Matt Stumpf in the Weather Center. For Ozark Radio News and News Team 7, I'm Drew Joyce, signing out.
At Community First, we live up to our name. When a customer walks through our doors, we make sure they leave with confidence their banking is taken care of. From getting a new home or a home equity line of credit, ag loans, and small business loans, or if you're looking to start a checking or a health savings account, come see us at Community First and have confidence in your banking.
Living up to our name, Community First Banking Company.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
News Team 7.
Thank you, Drew, for that sports update. Good morning. I'm Matt Stumpf with Ozark Radio News and News Team 7 in the Weather Center. Showers are likely today, tonight, and early tomorrow morning. We're looking at maybe another inch of rain, and skies clear out tomorrow afternoon. We'll spend the work week in the mid to upper 60s before we get close to 80 both days this weekend, with sunshine expected. For more weather information, go to ozarkradionews.com/weather and check out daily and weekly weather updates, closures and delays, and more. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Matt Stumpf.
For more news, visit ozarkradionews.com.